Why do I hear a background noise? Will you not turn off your phone? Unmute. This is a professional broadcasting show. We talk about important things for the people to listen to, and here you are with your phone on the background. God damn it! And welcome in, everyone. Here we are today.
No phone.
What phone? Welcome to the Oregon Ducks Live post game right here on the Oregon channel of the voice of college football.
Cheers,
All I can say is we're in a much better mood today than we have in the last couple weeks. I don't think we can say anything less.
Yeah, that was the team we were told we had a month ago. Obviously, they showed up now. They're here. They're awake, and now it's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum.
The Idaho game again was like, okay, settle in, figure things out. The Boise game, I think Boise State is just really good. But this team had problems. This game, you did not see the same things from this team. This game was like a full 180-degree reversal of what we saw the last 2 weeks. Even one of the penalties was a bullshit penalty. We called it. The announcers were like, "Yeah, no, this is not that. That's not roughing." But they're stuck with it. But it wasn't. And so even that, it was like, yeah, no, that was a bullshit call. So overall, the team, it was a 180-degree reversal from what we saw.
Yes, the one and only real penalty of the game came midway fourth quarter. And then the next play, they do a 65 yards wide receiver screen to the house.
Yeah, I know. I love that play because I texted you guys like Joel Klatt. I don't know what they call that play, but look at the big men out there. Just there was no one to block, but you had 4 of the linemen just running out there like to block no one for him. For Lamar, it was like,
yeah,
I love it.
Johnny definitely had probably his best game of the year. Connerly, both guys were getting talked about all game about how much improved the O-line was. It was a much better game to watch, much funner.
Oh, 100%. I mean, if anything, I told you guys, I said, look at that O-line, that first drive even. I was like, that's the O-line we expected to see. And it's only going to improve as they get more reps together. It's going to improve. But I do want to, as we mentioned before we went live, shout out Washington State. 4th and goal stand to take down the Huskies at home. Well,
yeah.
at the Huskies home. So on the road for Washington State. But 4th and goal from like the 1 or 2 yard line. Shout out to the Cougs for taking them down 24-19. That was a good game.
Yeah, I didn't flip onto my Peacock because I would have had to find another device and all that. So I just kind of followed it along. And then as I was getting ready for this, somebody put up in the chat that the Huskies had gotten beat too. So it was a great day. I was like, oh, damn.
Oh, yeah. It was. Oh, there's so many shots at the end of the Husky fans just going, I'm like, yeah, you just got beat.
Tony's much happier, you could see.
Well, yeah, we are all happier. Let's not deny shit. I mean, I think we saw how this game was kind of gonna go immediately around. I'd say, I mean, Oregon State had a good first drive. I will give them that. Very good first drive. But immediately you just saw Betcher, everyone, two pass deflections in a row for him, that opening drive. Then Oregon State started moving. Then they missed a field goal. But I think they started setting the tone immediately, like, no. We're not doing this.
Yeah, and as the game progressed, the defense got more and more in tune. I had a literal feeling that at halftime I was like, if we take the ball right here and go down and score, Oregon State may not score again. And I was dead right. They took that opening drive, went down, uh, kicked a field goal. Um, Gabriel had his first incompletion of the night on what should have been a touchdown, but hey, you can't make them all.
Right.
And kicked a field goal, and Oregon State goes 3 and out, punts it back, and we go right down the field, punch it in, and that's game over. Once it hit 32-14, it was game.
Yeah, it was. I mean, at the half, Oregon State did a really good job of getting a touchdown to make it 22-14 to be within striking distance. But it just immediately collapsed within 4 or 5 minutes into the third quarter. It pretty much collapsed.
Yeah.
Like it was over. It was done at that point.
You could just see how much more physical Oregon was than Oregon State. I give them credit. They got a good run game. They did okay. They held with us in the first half, but it was just too much of that offensive line, and it was just rolling. And kudos to Oregon State's offensive line in that first half. And they're young. They start 3 freshmen. 2 guys are out on injury, so I mean, give them a couple of years. Give Trent Bray a couple of years to put that program back together, and they might be okay in a couple more years again.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like McCoy, the quarterback. It's not like he did bad. It's just
He
that
plays
offense.
game.
That offense is not built for him to
Sit
throw the
back and
ball.
throw. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not how it's built. Whereas today, holy shit. Did you see Gabriel get any pressure in his face? Hardly.
I don't think
Imagine
I saw
that.
him take one pressure, maybe a couple where he sprinted out, but other than that, he took the it seemed like when any kind of pressure was coming, he averted and would sprint out, whether it be to the left or the right, and try to get positive yardage.
It really feels like they finally told him, let loose.
Play your game.
Something clicked finally with him in the offensive style, because that one pass to Holden in the back of the end zone for the third
That was a
touchdown.
laser.
I thought he threw it. I thought he was just throwing it away.
So did
And
I.
there was Holden just tiptoeing in the back, and I was like, "Oh, that's a great throw." I was like,
Yeah,
it was
the
like,
only
that's a
person
great
that could
throw.
catch it too.
I mean, this game could have been worse, but yeah, Dante Moore came in. What was it? 7 minutes left in the fourth,
Yeah, 6 minutes left in the fourth.
something like that. I mean, we can pull it up here too. And
I
yes,
got it
that
all
is
up.
right. That is right, Molly. Exactly. I felt so much better after that first drive and a couple defensive. Watching the defense a little bit, I was like, okay, all right, this looks like a different team. It's Oregon State, in all due respect, Oregon State. Fuck you, Beavers. But it's Oregon State. It's a rivalry game. Weird shit happens. But we got to see, I think, what the Oregon team can be and should be. And hopefully it continues as we go into the bye week. So hopefully they only build momentum off of this.
Yeah, and now you can get Bedford back at UCLA.
Exactly. I think it's whatever the lineup they have right now, Poncho at center is the answer.
Yep.
That made a huge difference. So let's go in here and look at this. Let me see.
And putting Charlie out there, Saval, or what was the guy you were saying earlier? I keep forgetting his name. The one they substituted in last week and played a lot.
Oh. I don't have his name in front of me. I am terrible with names.
So am I.
I will say, I wrote down, and this is like early third quarter. Dante Manning. Can we say that he had a really good game today?
Yeah. For the amount of reps that he got,
he had several pass deflections. Like he showed up today. Dante Manning, shout out to him.
And Bryce Betcher just equals beast.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Betcher. I mean, again, first two plays, he was the pass breakups. You know, he was all over the place. Again, for people who don't know or remember, he's a baseball player. Not to say that that's anything bad, but I'm saying like he also plays baseball for Oregon. So it's like that's a dual sport athlete who plays everything. It's like Jesus.
And he probably had his most snaps today.
Probably. He was all over the place.
A lot.
If we want to look at this, kind of briefly, we can do this. So yeah, Oregon 49-15. This was the impressive thing. Right there. Oregon State, third and fourth quarter. Nothing. Nothing. Second half shutout. We'll take that all year round against any team. Jordan James had a good game. Whittington looked good, but he just didn't he didn't have the yardage, but he was strong.
Yeah, I mean, he only ran the ball 7 times, but he got 64 yards.
Yeah, he was strong in his runs, though. He was, and again, yeah, Gabriel was like, until his first completion, I think he was 13-13, 12-12, something like that, and that was the first completion came.
14-14.
14-14. Okay, I knew it was somewhere in there. I mean, still, you're 20 of 24, 291, 2 touchdowns, and then he had like a 60-yard, 70-yard touchdown run, or a 50-yard, or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was a 54-yard run for a touchdown in the first quarter. And also, shout out to Jay Harris. We got our Jay Harris sighting.
We did. We got Dante Moore, Jay Harris, and Dickey sighting.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, those guys are a little lower in the depth chart. Jay Harris is a little lower in the depth chart than I thought he was going to be. And, I mean, what I've heard is that he's had a hard time grasping the concept of the playbook and stuff. So that could be why we haven't seen a lot of Jay Harris until now. Hopefully that'll turn around and we could be a potentially 3-headed monster.
And that's a good point you made, because they said they talked to Dylan this week, like on Wednesday, the broadcasters, and he said it has been, and after the game, he said it's been a bit of a trial to grasp things. And the announcer were talking about the difference between the Levy system and this. So it's taken a bit to click. Apparently, it seems to have finally clicked a little bit. Apparently.
Yeah, they had their best practice of the year. And obviously it turned into their best game of the year. Who was it they had said they talked to that? I believe it might have been Betcher that told them that, or no, it was Kobe Savage. That was right. They had talked to Kobe Savage, and he had said that, guys, our practices are tougher than these, are more physical than these games have been.
Yeah, it was. That's what he said. He's like, practices are 10 times worse than the game.
Worse than playing in the game. So they finally figured it out and put everything together.
Again, after the first maybe 5 minutes, of the game, 5-10 minutes. We were like this. We were just like this game. Hell yeah, let's watch it. Like, no stress this week. Last week I was about to pull my hair out, and you guys were blowing in my phone. I think today, let me count how many texts we had all this whole game today compared to last week. I'm not going to count everything, but that would be impossible.
Definitely not as many.
You and for everyone watching, we have a group text: me, Spaz, the quitter Derek, the quitter Sean, and the quitter Nathan. We have a group text amongst 5 of us. This whole game today, we had Spaz showing that he was high, apparently. And he sent recordings for some reason because he was high. Oh, I mean, what? Maybe 25 texts, most of them from you randomly for no reason. And last week it was literally like 1/4 in, 50 messages from everyone. So this week was a very calm and quiet week. Very nice. Very nice.
That means we should slaughter the bye week.
Yes, we unlike Florida State, we will win the bye week.
Oh.
Florida State. It can't get any worse. I mean, people talk shit about Oregon. We're 3-0. They're 0-3. It can't get any worse than that.
You know what I'm surprised is we haven't seen a lot of Peyton Woodyard yet, but keep in mind he is a true freshman. So looks like Dalen Austin got out for a few plays.
Yeah, I think today was a lot of the core rotation. Really, I think get them, like, make them work, kind of thing. And they did. They worked it. So, and poor Sappington, the former Beaver, just getting booed every time he took the field. I was like, poor Sappington. Kickers have feelings too, you Beavers.
Yeah. Boy, Molly answered Boise State much.
Oh, yeah. Boise State, I think, is going to be a really good team this year.
They could legitimately get into the group of 12.
You could argue it's we're going to talk about this on, I think, tomorrow night on the Sunday show on the main channel, the After Dark show. Who is the best? Is it going to be a Tulane, a Texas State, or the Boise State? There are multiple teams now, or UNLV. UNLV won today on the road at Kansas.
God damn it.
It could be UNLV. Oh, Wendy. I don't know why you're in here, but thanks for dropping by. It's like, I don't know why you're in here. This is the wrong stream, Wendy. Yeah, and Jay Harris did play just at the very end. Just at the very end.
Is that Wendell's?
No.
Oh, I thought it was.
No. Different Wanda.
Oh, okay.
Don't stereotype Wandas as all the same. How dare you? Wrong stream, people. I'm sorry. I apologize. Sometimes I get them mixed up where I'm like, I start getting into a flow of things. I'm like, no. Yeah, Harris played briefly the last like 6-7 minutes. He was in there, but yeah, he didn't do much. And I don't know if that was, they changed the O line, I think, a little bit too. So, he's not getting the blocking and stuff. I don't know. I didn't pay that much. At that point, I'd give a shit. I was like, so happy.
I was watching Oklahoma try to choke it away.
Well, I appreciate that one, D. I was just saying, I always have to make sure people realize wrong stream. If you're Troy and you show up on one of mine, you see me, and you're like, oh, I'm like, no, wrong stream. I just have to make sure people are aware of that. I will though, Wanda. I will let you know. I'll take over. I'm taking over for James tonight, 8:05 Central PM, for almost 2 hours until the Vicks go live later. I will take over that stream for them. But anyways, back to football. Because Mark will be like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
I will say it's a happy day all the way around. I woke up at 7:30 this morning with a message from my direct TV provider saying that your ESPN and ABC and National Geographic channels have all been restored as we've reached an agreement with Disney. Yay! Finally. So I got to wake up and watch college football across the board from 9 a.m.
That's what happens when you have a cult TV provider.
Yeah, well.
And Mark's going to fire me now.
Good
luck. Oh, wait. Shout out to the editor. Good luck, TJ, on editing this video. Good luck. Another note too, and I didn't really realize this. This is the first win at Oregon State since 2018.
Yeah, we lost the last two.
I know. It doesn't really click. 2020 really kind of threw things off, I think, mentally. So you kind of reset your brain, and I was like, really, we haven't won there since 2018 in Corvallis? Damn.
Nope.
Well, this was not a question mark win either. This was Spaz is gone.
No.
You sit back enough where you totally disappeared. I was like, man, Spaz is gone. Damn. Everyone donate to Spaz at Spaz on his Twitter. Ask him for his PayPal and cash so he can buy a green screen. He desperately needs it. And his wife would like to hide him more.
Well, I threw this because I got tired of everybody seeing whatever was around. So I was like, and now it's just like, I don't like this.
Well, I'm tired of looking at you. So put the green screen in front of you, and then I'll put something nice over it.
Right?
Jesus. I don't know. I mean, outside of absolute efficiency in this game, again, the rushing totals, I mean, we're just looking at passing.
We rushed for 240 yards today.
Which is not exactly exceptional. I mean, it could be better numbers, let's put it that way. But because one of those runs obviously was a huge of Gabriel's 54 yards. But Oregon State was trying to win the time of possession.
It's the only way they were going to have any shot at this game was to control the time of possession.
Yeah, that was their goal, win time of possession. They won it, and they still lost. Gabriel 20 of 24, 291, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. And then team overall 32 rushes for 240, 7.5.
Yeah, they still had almost 6 minutes more.
Yeah.
Neither team had a turnover, neither. That was surprising.
That is a little surprising. There were some opportunities for Oregon to get some of those tips and stuff. They just didn't get them. There were a couple opportunities.
Very balanced game too, as well.
Yeah, 243.06. That's pretty balanced. I mean, Oregon State, same way. They had 178 passing, 131 rushing. The difference is most of that came in the first half. And Oregon just said in the second half and just turned them away.
Yeah, 306 and 240. I mean, 32 runs, 27 passes. So we're back to playing Oregon ball, about a 60-40 split.
Yeah, and as they always say, it's what you're going to go up against. So they figure, okay, Oregon State is going to try to do this, so we're going to try to maximize with passing more than running, to not because they're going to burn clock. They're going to try to do that. Oregon State tried to do that. Then they were in catch-up mode, so they couldn't do that because he had not. If I go back and I can look at this, let me look at this really fast. Let me go Oregon State. So McCoy threw 34 attempts this game, right?
Yep. Go back last week. I think he only threw like 14.
Exactly. Let me look at the first 2 games. Now, again, he didn't need to throw more than anything. But if you go back here against Idaho State, which again, not a great comparison, he threw 10 times against Idaho State. Then we have, God damn it, ESPN. Back button means go back. Thank you. Then we have against San Diego State, he threw 26 times. So he had to throw automatically, 8, 9 more pass attempts even against us than he had in, or basically the same amount that he had thrown both the first 2 games against us. So it's just not, it's I don't know. It's not impressive. I mean, I get it. They've done what they've done, and I don't talk bad about the Beavers. And Spaz is gone. Why am I? I'm literally talking to a brick wall.
Yeah, you are.
Fuck you.
Sorry,
asshole.
Johnny thing, Colorado.
Good luck, editor. Oregon State is built in a style kind of like what Oregon is doing too. Is run. Trent Bray is doing the run, and I understand. I respect that. And they have a decent quarterback. They just don't have I don't think they have the receivers around them to do a high pass offense. They have a good tight end.
They've got one receiver, and he's gotten over 50% of their completion.
Is he a receiver or tight end?
I don't know.
I thought he was a tight end. I know they said that, but I thought he was a tight end. I might be wrong.
He is wide receiver, Trent Walker.
Okay, so he is listed as a wide receiver anyways, at least. Okay.
Yeah, he had 8 receptions for 64 yards.
Yeah, so they got him going, and I'm sure they're other capable people, but they're not built that way, or the quarterback doesn't, kind of like Gabriel, doesn't have the chemistry with those people yet.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It's the same thing. And I think with Gabriel, what we heard during the broadcast even was, again, he's not used to that system, that style of system of calling. Whereas they said with the Levy system, it was like 5 things. Do this. Now with this, he has to do a lot more and think about it. Goddamn right we look like a football team today. Like, damn right we did.
Yeah, yes, we did, David. Yes, we did. Giovanni McCoy is a junior, so I'm sure he'll probably come back next year.
Depending on what Oregon State obviously does. We're not going to go into the. I actually was going to say this before we went live. I don't want to get into the whole Pac-12 rebuild. We're going to leave that for the Sunday show.
Yeah,
after dark stuff, because it's its own thing. But yeah, we actually did look like a football team today. I felt like everyone was actually talking to each other. There was communication. Everyone understood what the coaches wanted of them. No one tried to do too much. Like, everyone just did what they were supposed to do, basically. For once, it all kind of came together.
No super chats today. What's up?
Spaz. Bidenomics. Hurting everyone. Good luck, editor. I'm waiting for an email from him to be like, stop calling me out.
Oh, geez.
I just piss off half the audience. That's okay. But yeah.
That's okay. You heard last night, right? On one of our other shows, we
was I on that show last night?
Yeah, I don't remember if you were there when we for a minute you were there. Yeah. One of our fellow sports friends in there was mentioning that he has different mics like what you have there. And so I believe he's going to send one out to me, and he's going to bill it to Mark Rogers.
That would
Good
be
luck,
a certain.
Roger.
That would be a certain Miami fan. I believe his initials are T and F. Good luck, editor. Yeah. Yes. It'll be pretty much this and probably the same board I have. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Which you can adjust. I mean, obviously, I just leave it at simple settings. I don't really change shit. But yeah, Tony makes a good point here. The only thing that could improve this defense at this moment, there were some rushing gaps in the first half. Oregon State was taking advantage of. That's scheming.
And there's
INTs, there were several opportunities to pick off that ball. There were two or three.
Pass too.
Yeah.
Oregon State was killing us in the screen passes in the first half. In the second half, they shut it down.
Yeah. Screen passes the first half killing. The second half, not so much. But the first half, there were at least 2 picks, I think, that could have been made. But as they say, that's why you play defense. You know.
Yep.
So
Jabbar
at least
had
it were breakups.
First quarter that he wishes he could have got back to.
Yeah. Well, they don't have a lot of leverage joining the SEC anymore at this point. I think that went out the window.
Yeah, they look bad.
It's a disaster. I was like,
What
and
happened?
FSU is a dumpster fire. Like officially a dumpster fire.
There?
They came off a bye week, and at home they still couldn't beat Memphis.
What has happened in Tallahassee? I just don't. Has Mike Norvell legitimately lost that locker room? It's starting to look like it.
I'm wondering if to be honest, I'm wondering if this is more of a trend of kind of like a Jimbo Fisher. So they put up a good stat. Bobby Bowden's first year, way back when, he went 0-3. Mike Norvell, his second year, I think, went 0-3. Now he's coming off this ACC championship, 1-loss season with the bowl game, 0-3. I'm wondering if this is like a Jimbo Fisher, like ride the quarterback kind of thing. But he had 2 quarterbacks technically because, Travis went down. So I don't know. It's a fascinating situation, but it's a dumpster fire.
DJ Ukulele was going to help them down there, and I just don't. Is the play calling? I don't know what it is, but that's just a dumpster fire.
Yeah, and we've had DJ's family on here, so I'm not going to speak badly of DJ. Yeah. There are just times that today and other games I've watched, he will attack the line of scrimmage and get what he needs, and it's like, great. Then there are other times he attacks the line of scrimmage, and he seems extremely hesitant, even though he's like fucking 6'5", 250. Just lower your shoulder and get the down, and he refuses to do it. And so I don't know what's going on. Clemson, something at Clemson just broke that man. Like his confidence level or something. He's never quite recovered from it. And then even today, again, I heard the crowd immediately within like the start of the second quarter asking for the backup quarterback. I heard them chanting. And then FSU Stadium, as much as the cameras try to show it, they show clips where half the stadium's empty because most of the fans are already done. They're like, we're 0-2. Well, now you're 0-3. So expect it to get worse. No, I mean, I'm sure he's a great guy. Something broke his confidence as a player. Something just destroyed it because he just seems so passive or hesitant to do certain things now. I don't know what it is. Can't say. That's just an assumption.
As soon as the pocket breaks down, he looks like he's in panic mode.
Yes, it was, David. There were so many good little signs at the FSU game. The guys with the paper bags on their head. The guy
Oh,
was like,
God,
the guy had
yes.
a paper sign on his chest. It was like something like, "We are screwed" or something like that. As I, if I recall what the sign said, it's like, uh, the classic fan meltdowns at stadiums. Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I want to make sure that's clear. We're not saying anything bad personally about DJ because obviously his brother's on our team. We've talked to his dad and stuff. There's nothing bad about him as a person. There's something just not fitting with this team and him or something. I don't know what's going on, but it makes FSU. I don't know. Yeah, there's just something missing. It's weird, but hey, it is what it is. We're 3-0 and FSU is 0-3. So we're gonna beat the hell out of this bye week.
Who the hell had that in there? Ooh.
What? Who's playing right now? I don't. It's behind my. No. Where's my game stream? It's not up. Why is it not up?
Indiana's up 14-0 on UCLA.
Well, I'm not surprised by that. TCU is up 7-0 on UCF. Early first quarter.
Auburn's beating New Mexico State 7-3.
Yeah, there's not many good. The Indiana UCLA one was kind of interesting, but there's not really much on tonight that I'm super interested in. Oh yeah, Colorado. That's it. Yeah, that one. That's the only one I'm kind of interested in watching. Colorado at Colorado State.
That's what I've got on in the back over here.
Is it going on right now?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Oh, I'm on a live stream. Unlike you, I have to run shit.
Yeah, we hope. Yeah, LSU did almost shit the bed again.
I was so. I mean, almost. They still basically did in a sense a win, yes, but they still basically did. And I said it in a Discord. I said, "Hey, does this make a question mark out of the USC win over LSU? How confident they are?" And they're like, "Oh, we're so big. Are they? Everyone ready for us?" I'm like, LSU looks like shit. Sorry, they look like trash. So maybe USC needs to calm down. Oh, I just clicked on Colorado State's inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Oh, yep. First and goal at the 8.
Yep. So I was like, yeah. It's a way to click into the game.
Oklahoma today had a great first half, and all of a sudden, Jackson Arnold looked like a true freshman he is. He threw a pick six, just standing in the pocket, just threw it right to the guy. Got a little bit of pressure at his feet, and he's like, "Here you go."
Yeah. You know, this has been the worst weekend of football though overall so far. I'd say it's in the sense of like games. I mean, we can look at Alabama, Wisconsin. You thought that was going to be excited. Van Dyke goes out immediately with a knee injury, basically, and you know that game's screwed.
Yep.
Their backup can't hit a pass to save his life. It was over. But in the sense of like, there really haven't been super intriguing games this weekend. But it's the third week before we go into conference play for most people, so it's like. And of course, Oregon State, Washington State. You know, Oregon, Washington, the rivalries there, Apple Cup and Civil War. It's just weird because like this is not normal, to be honest. It's the third week, so
poor Joey Foster.
I need to check in with Joey. He what's going on? What's going on with Pitt? Or
38-34 Pitt.
38-30. Oh, final. Okay. I was like, is that the final? I was like, that's a close game. It's like, oh, final. Okay.
It was a game back and forth. I was watching that one.
I wasn't. I was cooking dinner, taking notes, prepping this show, and talking to you assholes. Good luck, editor.
Couple of
the hate email. I cannot wait for the hate email from him telling me stop saying good luck editor.
Yeah, a couple of things I took away from the game. First 2 games of the year, we had 6 plays of 20 yards or more. Today, 8 in one game. 8 20-plus plays from the line of scrimmage. O-line, 0 pressure. Give
No
them
no sacks.
no penalties on the O-line. You saw the one, what should have been touchdown, where Josh Connerly flipped Jordan James the last 2 yards into the end zone, and they said he was down at the 1, ran it in the next play.
Yeah, that was definitely a very close call, but it didn't matter. I mean, he scored the next play anyway, so whatever, you know.
And Dylan Gabriel running today. I mean, he only ran 4 times, but one of them was 55 yards for on a QB speed, and ran right through the line and was gone.
I think that they finally settled on an O-line rotation right now, even without Bedford, and said, this is good. This works. Yep. And they told Dylan, just let loose. As he even said, you know, it's a transition learning, and he didn't feel comfortable necessarily. Today, I think you saw all of it kind of click. That's what it feels like. It all finally came together. And this is the Oregon team you're supposed to see. Because again, yes, Oregon State got yardage and got 14 points in the first half. Spaz, can you think of, off the top of your head, I closed the tab. I'm not going to open it up right now again. You know how many passing and rushing yards Oregon State had in the third quarter? Oregon State.
Probably combined yardage, maybe 30 yards.
You're pretty close. I think it was 19 yards passing, 11 rush.
Yeah.
The third quarter total.
Well, yeah, we just shut them down.
I don't know if we rushed more today in total, but I mean, at least the yardage was. I don't know if we did more attempts, but the yardage was definitely better. Definitely was much better.
That real quick.
Or at least it's the same as the last 2 combined. At least it'd be the same as the last 2 combined. Pretty close, something like that.
So 240 is what we're going on. 109 total against Boise State. Yep. And then against Idaho,
about 105 or something like that.
106, yes. So yeah, we more yards today than we had combined in the last 2.
Which again, the NCAA counts in stack yardage, which is people find very weird, and I kind of understand why you do count in stack yards as negative rush yards, but it's kind of weird too. But today, no sacks. So we were just watching. We were watching, and it was like, look at that O-line. Gabriel's just staying back there, like.
Yeah. One play. Heward's going 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he's like, and those are long Mississippis. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, he looks comfy back there.
Long.
You know? Yeah. Boise State is a good team. We knew this going into last week. Boise State was going to be a problem.
And I think the game, as the season progresses too, you're going to see, you know, if Boise State and Idaho go 20-4 combined or something along those lines.
Yeah, you're going to start going, at the
end of the year, because they're going to go, oh, okay, well, this team was the FCS runner-up. They went 10-2 this year. Boise goes 10-2, you know. Yeah.
Or even 11-1. You know,
yeah,
it's like,
if Oregon's their only loss this year and Oregon goes 10-2 or better, I guarantee you Boise State's probably going to be the group of 5 rep.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about those a little bit more tomorrow on the After Dark show on the main channel. So you definitely want to check out that, the College Football After Dark, Sunday, 9:35 p.m. or 9:30 Central. We will be talking about going over that a little bit, especially as we have Colorado State's not going to be it, but
No.
yeah, and Colorado's not going to win the Big 12. I'm sorry. I mean, Colorado, no, you're not. But we'll be talking about that discussion as well as the other updates.
You know what for him?
Mhm.
Yeah.
He had an extra elbow right here.
Ow.
Mrs. Spass has an extra elbow? That's weird.
My grandson just broke his arm.
Oh. It's like, that's weird.
Again, second time in 2 years.
Third
All right.
time in 3 years.
Someone needs to figure that out.
I think he's got brittle bones.
Maybe.
Because he barely fell off the monkey bars.
I've broken enough bones in my life.
Right, me too.
Spaz, do you wait. Is Washington State group of 5, even though they're independent half-pound West Pac-12? And we're going to get into that tomorrow night too about the Pac-12. I don't know what do you consider? Does anyone have an official thought on what Washington State and Oregon State technically are? I guess they're quote unquote independent.
I don't even know.
But I mean, they're technically independent because they're just coast with the
but
Mountain
yet
West.
They represent a group of or a
Power 5 conference technically.
So does that mean one of them is getting in?
No. They rewrote the rules this year where it's the Power 4, so it doesn't not involve the Pac. But yeah, they're like independents, but just co-signed or whatever paired to the Mountain West. It's kind of weird, kind of an interesting. So I guess they would fall under the group of 5 champion or highest ranked, I guess. Even though they don't qualify, I believe they don't qualify for the Mountain West Conference title. As I understood, they actually don't qualify for that. Wow. They're just there. They're just partners. So this year is kind of like they're just kind of floating around year. Yeah. Cam Rising. Yeah. Yeah, we talked about that earlier in our check. They're like, yeah, he's going for the longest term player ever in college. At this point, I'm sorry, you've had so many injuries, just give up. If you can't come back next game, just give up. Just retire. Your body is not, you can't sustain this type of damage. I'm sorry. Like, at some point, you just got to call it, reel it in and be like, yeah, I'm done.
My friend sent me some screenshots from the Apple Cup. Lots of empty seats.
Where is it?
From the Apple Cup.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I mean, I'm not surprised. There were multiple stadiums I saw earlier that were. It looked full, but that was the student sections, but other than that, yeah, it was pretty empty.
They did sell out Reser Stadium today.
Reser was full. They were showing the full thing. It looked good, but there was like Florida State. It was showing the fans, and they were all delusional as usual. But then they would show the the zoom out view, and you could tell like half of one side of the stadium was just empty. Because everyone's like, yeah, this season's over.
38,000. I think 37.5 is considered a sellout there. They had 38,420.
Yeah, I mean, again, Reser is a small stadium. They did upgrades and stuff, but I mean, at the same time, it's a noisy stadium. I did like the announcers doing are we going to hit the chainsaw tonight? And they counted every time it happened. They're like, oh, there's the chainsaw. Finally, for third down. Because they're like, geez, they have not been holding Oregon to third downs much. I do like them calling that out. Spaz, do you have any final thoughts on this game?
No.
Or coming up to the challenge of the bye week. It's a challenging week. This is treacherous.
Yeah, it's bye week.
Colorado missed the field goal. 3-0 Colorado State. Oh, sorry. Carry on, Spaz. Sorry.
Sorry, I got other people trying to get a hold of me too. It's like, God damn it, stop. Y'all know I do the live show.
Well, that's why I tell you all the time too. Stop messaging me late night. You guys were calling me last night, begging me to join someone else's stream. I'm like, stop it. And leave me voicemails even. I just leave them. I didn't listen to them. No, David, we have a bye week. Then we play at UCLA. Then we have Michigan State. Then we have Ohio State, right? Am I correct on that?
Yep.
Yeah. So at a bye week at UCLA, host Michigan State, host Ohio State.
The Michigan State game is on a Friday. I will be there.
We'll update you with the scheduling of the show then, because we're gonna have some conflicts.
That week will be a little difficult.
That one's gonna be a little weird. We'll figure that out as we get closer to that time. All I can say is, hell yeah! Now it seems like we figured out that O-line situation.
We smoked the beaver ass. That's what we needed to do. Mission accomplished. The first time this year Oregon has covered the spread. Yay!
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that the O-line issue is fixed, but they have solved some huge deficiencies within the O-line rotation and communication. There still can be obviously improvement. There's always improvement, but it is a huge improvement. As soon as you started seeing the rushing game, you were like, oh, yeah, this is better. So I don't want to get too far into that. Like, it's fixed, but vastly improved.
Close.
Vastly improved. Dylan Gabriel looks much more confident. Down the field shots. Obviously, better running game. Yeah, obviously better running, and he's running the ball and a better running game overall. So,
and that's it. You don't need Dylan to run a lot. You just need, at times, you need to take that pressure off of your backs and be able to have that option. And even if it's a run option.
It's the threat of him running. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, are they having to worry about him running? It was kind of like in 2019. Herbert didn't run at all. Then we went up against Utah in the championship game, and we were the underdogs. And then all of a sudden, Herbert started running the ball like crazy. And in the Rose Bowl, and people were like, what the hell? You haven't done this all year. And that took a lot of pressure off the O-line and the backs to have to perform in that way, because the quarterback will be like, I got it. Don't worry. Yeah. As I'm watching the Colorado State quarterback take it for a nice scamper down the field on Colorado. Yes. I'm going to be nice to the editor. I won't say it, but go Ducks.
Yeah, good game today, Captain. Thanks for stopping in.
That is exactly what we need to see. So Wednesday night, Spaz, right?
Yeah. I think Wednesday will be fine.
I don't know why you question that. You're the one who wanted to go to Wednesdays, so.
Well, I did for a couple of certain times, and I think that was one of them. I don't exactly.
Oh, so now it's certain time. Spaz, you can't do this to me. You can't do this to me. I have other things in my life I have to worry about other than you.
Yes, I
know. 6 touchdowns by 6 different players. Was it? I don't have the stat sheet.
It sounds
about right. It sounds about right. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Gabriel, James, Whittington.
Did Whittington score?
Holden. Didn't he give him? I know Holden.
I think James scored twice. Damn it. Let me see.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Maybe
Let me
that's what
look.
it was. At least it was 5, including Gabriel on a rush.
So you got 2, 3, 4.
Oh, Chick-fil-A flea flicker, Colorado State. You sneaky shits.
Yeah, it was 5 different
5.
players.
Okay.
Jordan had 2, Dylan had 1, Noah had 1, and then Jaden and Trayshawn both had receiving.
Holden. That's still a pretty good dispersal, not one guy type of thing. That's the thing. That's where teams get stuck in this. It's just one person you have to watch. I think they finally have found a rhythm. That's the big thing. They finally found a rhythm.
Yes.
So then what we'll do is we will see you guys, I guess, on Wednesday night as Oregon has to go into the daunted bye week. This is a killer for every team.
Probably be a short.
No, I mean, say ask for a state. The bye week is a killer.
Yeah, probably be a short show Wednesday. Not a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. I think a lot of it will be kind of looking back at what we've seen so far, and then I'll see kind of a UCLA preview a little bit, kind of looking at what they're doing. But so definitely, I need to. I did change the banner, so definitely. All I can say is this week is what we needed as Duck fans overall.
100%.
Like, it's just a mental health check and just go raise the confidence level because the first 2 weeks were, the easiest way to say we were stressing badly.
Yes, it was not a good look.
No, not as when you went from 3 to 7 to 9 ranking. This week, you might see Oregon actually jump up another spot or something like that, just because they're like, oh, okay. If we say 9, it's fine. I understand the drop in rankings. I'm not disputing the drop in rankings. Trust me. If you don't play good, you don't deserve to be ranked high. That's how I've always felt. But most teams don't get dropped. But I understand it and I respect it. That's fine. So hopefully this momentum carries into the bye week, more practice, and Bedford back. And yeah, we're going to move forward from there. So, Spaz, final thoughts on this game? I'm going to ask you for a second time to make sure you. What?
We plugged the beaver hole.
We got the platy. We got the platy.
We got the platy.
Yes, we got the platy back. Wait, we had the platy. Okay, we maintained the platy. That's right. We got it back last year.
Thank you, everybody, for joining in to the
we just lost train of thought.
Attack. And
both of us just lost train of thought right there for a second. We're like,
what happens when I start pouring drinks at 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
Right. I fell asleep. I missed Oregon's second touchdown. I had to go back and watch it because I fell asleep for 10 minutes. So in my chair, I was like, wait, we scored? The hell? I had to go back and watch. Yes, everyone, join us here on Wednesdays. For the time being, we're going to try to make this specific. Not Pacific, but specifically Wednesdays at 9:30 Central, 7:30 Pacific for the Oregon Weekly Live Show. So hit that like.
It could be a hiccup here and there due to Blazer scheduling in the next month, so we'll see.
It does happen, but we'll try to always let people know in advance. So that's why it's important to hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when we're going live and you see it all the time. As I try to post it several days in advance so that you know about it. And all I can say though is
and plug the hole on a good day's work.
Why are you drowning beavers? So, frankly, you're a vicious woman. Vicious woman should drown the beavers. Vicious. Plug the beaver. Good God. Good luck, editor. All right, everyone. As we go into the bye week.
Go Ducks.
Damn right. Ah, I can sleep well tonight. I needed this. Have a good one, everyone. And we will see you Wednesday night for the midweek stream.